14 huge home and away spoilers for next week. What's next in Summer Bay? Coming up on Home and Away, tragedy strikes in Summer Bay when Stevie succumbs to her injuries. Elsewhere, passion ignites between Tane and Harper, and Bree is left questioning her feelings for Remy. Here's a full collection of 14 huge moments. 1. Stevie's life hangs in the balance. Summer Bay is in chaos in the aftermath of Stevie's shooting. He tries to keep Stevie talking, but she's unconscious by the time the paramedics arrive at the beach. As Stevie is rushed to hospital, Remy storms the operating room and begs Bree to promise she'll be okay. She complies, but Levi fears that Remy should be preparing for the worst. 2. Tane is taken down. Just as Tane is processing the news, he turns round to see Stevie's stalker Sydney standing nearby. A chase ensues, but Sydney is able to get in another hit, which leaves Tane lying motionless on the beach. Felicity rushes to her ex's aid and is relieved to find he's unscathed. 3. Alf clashes with Troy. Meanwhile, Alf is trying to manage the mayhem at the surf club as Nelson and Stevie's co-star, Troy, almost come to blows. The cocky actor reckons everyone should be free to leave the building, but Alf sets Troy straight and points out they're waiting for clearance from the cops. 4. Stevie passes away. Back at the hospital, Bree is desperately performing chest compressions on Stevie. It's no use though, as Levi gently tells her it's time to stop. Stevie's gone. Bree calls the time of death before breaking the devastating news to Remy that Stevie didn't make it. 5. Cash is in danger from Sydney. Cash is next in the firing line when he arrives home to find an armed Sydney. The dangerous gunman refuses to believe Stevie's actually dead and scrolls his phone for confirmation of a fatality. Moments later, Eden returns home and Cash tackles Sydney to the ground while she rings the police to come and take him. 6. Sydney is arrested. Rose breaks the news of Stevie's death to Nelson and the crew but asks they don't publicize anything. She then dashes over to Cash's place and places Sydney under arrest. The evil killer cackles in delight to learn that Stevie is dead before being dragged away in cuffs. 7. Remy blames Cash for Stevie's death. Looking for someone to blame for the tragedy, he confronts Cash and accuses him of failing to do his job of protecting Stevie. His words cut deep and Cash admits to Eden he feels Stevie's killing is all his fault. 8. Old feelings resurface for Bree. Bree gets swept up in the moment and leans in for a kiss before backing away, feeling ashamed that she made a move on Remy while is deep in grief. The exes agree it's best they give one another some distance, but privately Bree questions if she's still in love with Remy. 9. John makes Dana cry. As the big day arrives, John sees Dana dressed up for court and mistakenly thinks she has bunked off work to go to a social event. His clumsy error brings Dana to tears and John is left feeling horrified when Marilyn reveals the truth. 10. There's drama at Tane's trial. Harper follows her sister and tries a different tack, answering "I'm sorry, I don't recall" to each question. As the judge threatens Harper with contempt of court, hope for Tane is rapidly fading when Marshall learns that Sonia, baby Poppy's mum, has changed her mind about testifying. Marshall tells Tane he'll have to take the stand in his own defense. 11. Marshall makes a risky move. Both Tane and Felicity are furious at having their private problems being made public, but Marshall hopes his risky strategy will pay off. However, Felicity later admits to Tane she's happy to share their secrets if it means him walking free. 12. Tane and Harper sleep together. He thanks her for what she did in court. A charged moment soon leads to something more and the friends end up sleeping together. Next morning, Tane is relieved when the judge confirms he's been spared jail and hands him a suspended sentence. But as Tane heads out to celebrate, Harper is left wondering if he regrets their night of passion. 13. Marley wants to release Stevie's spirit. He also asks Marley to restart his surf lessons, but he refuses to set foot on the beach for fear of disturbing Stevie's spirit. Marley and Kirby discuss the possibility of getting an elder in to perform a smoking ceremony to release the spirit. 14. The locals honor Stevie. Marley suggests holding a memorial on the beach for Stevie after being unable to find an available elder to perform the smoking ceremony. Alf, Justin, Theo and Kirby join him for the service, and afterwards Alf watches on as the remaining four paddle out into the water on their boards to honor Stevie's memory.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của Home and Away Spoiler Today. Xin chào.